Welcome. What you see here isn't just a drink being poured, it's the culmination of craft, knowledge, and passion. This is where your journey begins. In this first, essential lesson, we're going to build the bedrock of your new career. We'll move beyond just watching and start doing. You'll master the essential tools and learn the core mixology techniques that are the foundation for all great bartending skills. By the end of our time together, you'll have taken your first confident step toward becoming a true craft bartender. Let's get started. So, why start here? Because in bartending, everything is built from the ground up. The confidence to serve a guest, the precision to make a perfect drink, and the speed to handle a busy service. It all starts with mastering your tools and techniques. These foundational skills are the absolute bedrock, not just for making drinks, but for the principles of responsible alcohol service we'll cover later. As the saying goes, every master was once a beginner. Today, you stop being an observer and start your transformation into a creator. Over the next 45 minutes, we have a clear path ahead, as you can see from our roadmap on the screen. We'll begin with the professional mindset and get acquainted with your essential tools. Then, we'll dive into the hands-on, core mixology techniques. After that, we'll cover the finishing touches, choosing the right glassware and garnish. Along the way, we'll have a couple of interactive activities to check your knowledge, all leading up to a final practical question to lock in what you've learned. It's a packed session, but it will set you up for success. Our goal today is to equip you with tangible, practical skills. By the time we're finished, you will be able to look at a set of bar tools and not only identify each one but explain exactly what it's for. You'll be able to demonstrate the three core techniques: shaking, stirring, and muddling. Crucially, you'll understand why using a jigger for precise measurement is non-negotiable for any professional. And finally, you'll be able to confidently match a cocktail to its proper glass and select the perfect garnish. These are your goals for today. Before you touch a single tool, let's talk about mindset. Your role behind the bar is that of a knowledgeable, precise, and welcoming host. Think of your workspace as your stage, and just like a chef, you need your mise en place, everything in its place. As you see in this image of a well-organized bar, everything is set up for speed and efficiency. This level of organization isn't just for you. It inspires confidence in your guests. A clean, ready stage shows them they're in the hands of a professional. Now, let's meet your instruments. These 5 essential bartending tools are the extension of your hands. They are the first things you must master to develop professional bartending skills. We're going to look at each one individually: the shaker, the jigger, the strainer, the muddler, and the bar spoon. As you can see them laid out here, they might seem simple, but understanding the specific purpose of each one is your first major technical challenge. Let's dive in. First up, the shaker. Its primary job is to chill, dilute, and, most importantly, aerate your ingredients. This is your go-to tool for any cocktail that contains citrus juice, cream, or egg whites, ingredients that need to be emulsified and given a light, frothy texture. Think of a whiskey sour or a daiquiri. While there are a few types, like the Boston and cobbler shakers, the principle is the same. A proper shaking technique is what creates that beautiful texture and mouthfeel. It's a true cornerstone tool. Next is the jigger, and I cannot overstate this. For a professional, using a jigger is non-negotiable. Its function is precise liquid measurement. This isn't about slowing you down. It's about guaranteeing quality. It ensures every single drink you make is perfectly balanced and consistent. From a business perspective, it's also essential for managing inventory and controlling costs. Free pouring might look cool, but a jigger is the mark of a true professional who respects the craft and the customer. After you've shaken or stirred a drink, you need the strainer. Its job is simple but crucial: to separate the finished, perfectly chilled liquid from the used ice and any muddled ingredients. As you can see in this action shot, it ensures that only the cocktail itself makes it into the glass. The most common type is the Hawthorne strainer, with its spring, which fits perfectly on a shaker. This simple step is what guarantees a smooth, clean texture in the final drink, free of any ice chips or bits of fruit. Here we have the muddler. This tool is all about flavor extraction. Its purpose is to gently press ingredients like fresh herbs and fruit to release their fragrant essential oils and juices. This is a key technique for building the flavor base of cocktails like the mojito or a caipirinha. The key word here is gentle. Your goal is to press, not to pulverize. If you shred herbs like mint, you release chlorophyll, which makes the drink bitter. A good muddling technique is fundamental for fresh, vibrant cocktails. Finally, we have the elegant and versatile bar spoon. Its most obvious function is for stirring cocktails, and that long, twisted handle you see isn't just for looks. It allows the spoon to glide smoothly along the inside of the glass. This minimizes aeration, which is ideal for spirit-forward drinks like a Negroni or a Martini. It's also used for layering ingredients and for measuring very small amounts of liquid, like a bar spoon of syrup. It's a tool that showcases your precise and delicate bartending skills. Now that you know your tools, let's talk about how to use them. We're going to focus on the 3 core mixology techniques. Think of this as the hands-on choreography of the craft. Each technique, shaking, stirring, and muddling, achieves a very different result in the final drink. Shaking is for aeration, stirring is for gentle chilling, and muddling is for flavor extraction. Knowing not just how to perform each one, but when to use each one, is a key bartending skill that separates the amateur from the professional. So, when do you shake? You shake when your recipe includes ingredients that need to be emulsified and aerated, things like citrus juice, cream, or egg whites. The vigorous motion chills and dilutes the drink while adding that light, often frothy, texture. A classic margarita, for example, absolutely requires a hard shake to properly combine the lime juice with the spirits. The sound of a shaker is part of the energy of a great bar, and this technique is fundamental for countless popular drinks. In contrast, stirring is a much quieter, more controlled technique. You stir when a cocktail is made entirely of spirits, like an old-fashioned, a Manhattan, or a Negroni. The goal here is to chill the drink to perfection with just the right amount of dilution, but without adding air bubbles. This maintains the beautiful clarity and the rich, silky viscosity of the spirits. As you can see in the image, it's an elegant process. Stirring is the mark of a precise and thoughtful mixology technique. And our third technique is muddling. As we discussed, you muddle to extract flavor from fresh ingredients right in the glass. By gently pressing on herbs like mint or fruits like lime and berries, you release their essential oils and juices, which become the flavor base of the drink. The mojito is the perfect example, where you muddle mint and lime before adding anything else. Remember, the goal is to press, not shred, as you can see in this before and after visual. This technique is what brings that vibrant, fresh element to your bartending. I want to come back to the jigger for a moment because its importance cannot be overstated. Why is it non-negotiable? As this graphic shows, it comes down to 3 things. First, consistency. Every guest gets the exact same, perfectly balanced drink every single time. Second, quality. It ensures the recipe is perfect, protecting the integrity of the cocktail. And third, cost control. It prevents overpouring, which is crucial for managing inventory and profitability. It is, simply, the mark of a professional. Making the liquid is only part of the process. The finishing touches, the glassware and the garnish, are what elevate a drink from merely good to truly great. These final steps are where you showcase your attention to detail and your more advanced bartending skills. The glass itself impacts everything from temperature to aroma, and as we'll see, a garnish is never just a decoration. It's a functional ingredient that completes the sensory experience for your guest. When it comes to glassware, form always follows function. The shape of the glass is designed to enhance a specific style of drink. As you can see here, a tall highball or Collins glass is perfect for drinks with a mixer and lots of ice, like a gin and tonic. A short rocks glass is for spirits served on the rocks or for stirred cocktails like an old-fashioned. And a stemmed coupe or martini glass is for drinks served up, without ice, keeping them chilled while you hold them. Choosing the right glass is the first step in presentation. Finally, let's talk about the art of the garnish. This is the final sensory element you add to a drink. It provides vital aroma and visual appeal that begins the guest's experience before they even take a sip. As you can see in this incredible close-up shot, expressing a citrus twist over a glass releases its essential oils, completely changing the aromatic profile. A garnish can complement a flavor, like an olive in a martini, or signal an ingredient, like a mint sprig on a mojito. It's a simple touch that shows immense care. Okay, let's put it all together with a case study, the classic margarita. As this visual deconstruction shows, to make one properly you'd use your jigger to measure, your shaker to combine and aerate, and your strainer to pour. The primary mixology technique is, of course, shaking. You'd serve it in a coupe or a rocks glass, often with a salt rim, and garnish it with a lime wheel. This one cocktail perfectly combines all the core concepts we've covered today: the right tools, the right technique, and the right presentation. Alright, it's time for a quick interactive check-in to test your knowledge. In the activity that's about to pop up, you'll see images of the 5 essential bartending tools we just discussed. Your task will be to drag and drop the correct name and the correct function to match each tool. This is a great way to quickly reinforce what you've just learned and make sure you're confident in identifying your core instruments before we move on. Great job! Now for our second check-in, let's connect our techniques to some classic cocktails. On the next screen, you'll be presented with 3 drinks: an old-fashioned, a mojito, and a margarita. For each one, you'll simply select the primary mixology technique that is required to make it properly. This exercise will help solidify your understanding of that crucial decision every bartender has to make: when to shake, when to stir, and when to muddle. Let's quickly summarize what we've accomplished. As you can see from these building blocks, you've constructed a powerful base of knowledge. You can now confidently identify the 5 essential bartending tools and their functions. You understand the purpose behind the core mixology techniques of shaking, stirring, and muddling. You know why precise measurement with a jigger is so critical, and you can match a drink to its proper glassware and garnish. This solid foundation is the absolute key to developing speed and efficiency later on. Now it's time to put it all together with a final assessment. This is your chance to apply everything you've learned in a practical way. Your task is to answer the following question. Briefly describe the primary tools, the main mixology technique, and the correct glassware you would use to prepare a classic daiquiri. Think it through. This single question requires you to synthesize knowledge from every section of this lesson. Take a moment to formulate your answer. And with that, you've done it. Congratulations, bartender. You now have the complete foundation, the compass, the toolkit, the playbook, and the action plan to build, launch, and grow your foundational bartending skills, tools, techniques, and the perfect pour. On behalf of all of us at LearnYa Skills, thank you for your hard work. We're excited to see what you build. For more resources, visit us at www.learnyaskills.com.